Have you ever noticed the one thing Jungkook simply can't hide? His eyes when Kim Taehyung gets a little too close to someone else. Let's uncover the truth right now. Welcome back to the channel where we decode the most real Taekook moments. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Ready? Let's dive in. If you pay close attention during award shows, interviews, or variety programs, it is incredibly obvious that Jungkook operates with a highly specialized radar whenever it involves Taehyung. The exact second another idol or celebrity approaches and interacts a little too intensely with V, the magnate's expression undergoes an immediate shift. His jaw suddenly clenches, his gaze becomes noticeably sharper, and his bright smile vanishes into thin air. It is certainly no secret in the fandom that Jungkook is extremely territorial. We have caught him red-handed on countless occasions where he subtly, or sometimes very blatantly, attempts to cut the physical distance between Taehyung and that particular person. He inserts himself right in the middle, ensuring he is the closest one to V. But what is the real reason behind this behavior? Why does Jungkook go to such extreme lengths to guard him? Is it just a habit, or is there a much deeper, hidden rule? We cannot discuss a jealous Jungkook without mentioning Taehyung's famous actor friends. You surely remember how Jungkook reacts whenever V enthusiastically shares stories about his closeness with Park Seo-joon, Choi Woo-shik, or Park Hyung-sik. There is one highly iconic moment when Taehyung casually mentioned that he often says "I love you" to his warring older brothers. What was Jungkook's immediate reaction? He openly protested with a visible pout, quickly reminding everyone that Taehyung never says those words to his own BTS members. This slight jealousy is undeniably cute, but psychologically, it reveals just how much Jungkook wants to remain the absolute top priority in Taehyung's life. He wants to be the main person V relies on entirely. The big question is, does only the Wooga squad make Jungkook this hyper-alert? Absolutely not, because when they step onto a much larger stage, the situation escalates into something far more intense and wild. Lately, the Korean media has started to heavily scrutinize their dynamic. Sensational headlines are constantly popping up, questioning the deeply special bond between the two of them. Korean journalists love zooming in on Taekook's interactions at the airport or during major red carpet events. The media is often left speechless when they see Jungkook willingly bypassing other members and staff just to stand firmly beside Taehyung. There are also moments where Jungkook swiftly pulls Taehyung away from crowds of flashing cameras that get dangerously close. News like this naturally creates a massive uproar because Jungkook's gestures are considered way too protective and possessive for standard groupmate interactions. Reporters are starting to wonder if there is an unspoken boundary that Jungkook has drawn around V. The headlines keep buzzing, but the fans who watch closely already know the whole truth. So, how exactly are the netizens reacting to this drama? How did the internet react to all of this? It completely blew up, of course. On major Korean forums like Pan and The Coup, posts discussing protective mode Jungkook are consistently trending at the very top. Knets frequently drop comments like, "Jungkook genuinely cannot hide his true feelings," or, "The way he glares at anyone approaching V is exactly like a lion guarding its precious territory." Meanwhile, international armies on Twitter and TikTok are continuously spilling video compilations filled with solid proof of Jungkook's deadly stares. The evidence is simply too overwhelming to sweep under the rug. The vast majority of netizens completely agree on one thing: Jungkook strongly dislikes it when Taehyung gets too attached to people outside their immediate circle. They see a clear pattern of possessiveness that is hard to ignore. But if you think the internet is exaggerating, you need to see what happens when we analyze their subconscious actions. When we look at this situation through the lens of body language analysis, the results will absolutely give you goosebumps. Jungkook's subconscious movements almost always gravitate toward V. You can see it in the direction his feet point when they are seated, his hands that constantly find any random excuse to touch Taehyung's waist or shoulder, and even Jungkook's habit of gently pulling the back of Taehyung's shirt if someone gets uncomfortably close. In the field of psychology, this is widely known as a claiming gesture. It is a completely natural, deeply rooted human instinct to show the world that this person is with me. Jungkook does this all the time without even realizing it. His body automatically reacts to protect his closest companion from any perceived intrusion. It is truly fascinating to watch this unfold in real time. But wait until you hear about what frequently happens during the pure chaos of their massive, sold-out stadium concerts. Amidst the wild euphoria of a live concert, their dynamic becomes incredibly transparent. There are dozens of high-quality fan cams recording exactly how Jungkook remains on high alert around Taehyung. If Taehyung is having fun joking around or interacting with someone else for way too long at the far edge of the stage, Jungkook usually approaches him right away. Whether he uses the excuse of singing together, asking him to dance, or just directly wrapping an arm around him to pull him toward another section of the stage, the goal is clear. It is as if he is making absolutely sure that Taehyung's attention returns solely to him. In these specific moments, Jungkook truly acts like V's personal, invisible bodyguard. He scans the entire crowd and the stage, ensuring that nothing interrupts their shared space. It is a subtle yet powerful display of deep loyalty. This constant surveillance naturally leads us to wonder about the boundary they have built together. All of these consistent patterns prove that they share a highly exclusive zone that outsiders simply cannot penetrate. Jungkook, who is normally very relaxed, easygoing, and friendly, can experience a drastic mood shift when it comes to Taehyung. Interestingly enough, V himself seems to know perfectly well about his younger brother's highly possessive nature. Instead of getting mad or annoyed, Taehyung often smiles fondly to himself and just lets Jungkook do whatever he wants. They complement each other flawlessly. Jungkook provides absolute protection, while Taehyung offers a sense of enduring calmness. It is truly no wonder that the Korean media frequently labels them as absolute soulmates because this bond runs impossibly deep. They communicate without speaking a single word, relying entirely on their shared history and mutual trust. With all this undeniable evidence laid out right in front of us, we must finally ask the biggest question of them all. So, let us return to the title of this video and our main question: is this what people call real love? Many agree that true love is not just about cliched romance, it is about profound care, a fierce sense of belonging, and the natural instinct to protect someone at all costs. Everything Jungkook shows toward Taehyung encompasses all of these traits perfectly. He does not want V to get hurt, he does not want V's attention divided, and he always wants to be the very first person V searches for in a crowded room. Whether you choose to call this a friendship that completely shatters normal boundaries or something far more intimate, one single fact remains absolutely undeniable: the Taekook bond is just way too special to be defined by ordinary words. It transcends standard definitions and continues to captivate millions of fans all around the globe. Their connection is a rare phenomenon that will keep the entire industry guessing for many more years to come. What do you guys think? Are Jungkook's stares solid proof he can't stand V being close to others? Share your favorite protective Taekook moment in the comments. Drop a like, share this with fellow ARMYs, and subscribe for more. See you next time.